G'day. This is a follow-up to my work on deconstructing the Party-Gall for Young's Ordinary Bitter. In this video, I'm refining the Party-Gall analyzer to better align with the tasting of the beer. The first iteration of the 1975 recipe yielded a beer that was less bitter than expected. So to correct this, I revisited my core assumptions, particularly around hop utilization and the discounts applied when converting from commercial whole leaf hops to homebrew scale T90 pellets. Firstly, you need to address the issue of seeded hops. Traditionally, British hop gardens in Kent were interplanted with male plants, resulting in seeded cones, with a seed content often ranging between 10 and 20%. While an EEC, or now the EU regulation, set a limit of 2% for seedless hops, traditional varieties like Fuggle and Goldings are still produced in a seeded form. Because modern British hops still contain these seeds, my historical mass is actually quite a close match to modern T90 pellets from the same region. Consequently, I removed the previous 15% alpha acid discount that I'd applied, noting that brewers should check their certificate of analysis to confirm that their pellets are seeded or not before applying any alpha corrections. Homebrew guidelines often suggest a 10 to 15% reduction in hop weight when switching from leaf to pellets. However, in this instance, it ignores the mechanical and thermal advantages of the Young's brewhouse. The copper velocities there would have probably shredded the whole leaf hops, achieving an extraction efficiency that standard homebrew setups couldn't match. Also, their use of a hopback would introduce a significant thermal lag, allowing isomerization to continue for 30 to 60 minutes. So no reduction was applied for the difference between leaf and pellets, except there was a small adjustment made for pellets having a greater surface area. Now we come to utilization. For the boil, I've kept the factors the same, which is 1 for the lower gravity coppers and 0.9 for the higher gravity copper to account for the reduced solubility. The main changes come about through the hop stand utilization, which has been increased from 0.45 to 0.65. I felt that 0.45 was too conservative a value when considering the leaf versus pellet. The Young's records just had the grower names and quantities of hops used. For this update, I'm using the 1974 Institute of Brewing mean alpha acid values from Southeast England, which gave 4.5% for Fuggles and 5 for Goldings. Now you will need to adjust these for your particular brewing software for the actual alphas that you have. Now these settings are summarized on this slide, and they refer to the 1975 PA 12345 PG underscore 1.8 JSON. With the weight adjustment factor, the alphas changed, and the utilization factor for the hop stand. As far as the grain bill is concerned, historically Dixon's enzymic malt was used as an acid malt, and Richard of the Wheatlow Brewery discovered that Simpson's aromatic malt is sold under this name to traditional UK brewers. So I've now split this out as a distinct ingredient in the JSON file. I also fixed up a typo, which I just found as I was going along. So now we've got the original recipe, which was based on a 24 litre homebrew size batch with an IBU calculated at 21.2, and the updated version, which was a 21 litre batch, which represents my setup, and we're at 30. That's a theoretical number, but it was backed up with calculating those same ingredients in Brewfather. So to wrap up this short update, not change the underlying Python program. The relative analysis from my previous video has the same conclusions as before, but what has changed is that the bitterness level has now increased, which should be detectable in the next brew of Young's Ordinary Bitter. Just remember, different eras may still require a different consideration of hopping. So thanks for watching. If you found this technical deep dive helpful, please subscribe for more recreation tips. Links and resources are available below, including the link to GitHub, which has got the updated JSON file. Cheers.